Hi and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be learning about the access modifier. What are they, how they are used and why they are used. Okay. Along with this topic, I had incorporated another topic, okay, where we'll be discussing the primitive data types default value and default size. I had missed that part in the last video, so I thought of incorporating the same as a part of this video. Okay, so let's see. Let's start. So we have seen the type of data type is like primitive and non-primitive, right? Primitive had four different sections: boolean, integer, character and floating. I am going fast, guys, okay, because already I had done that before this section. So if you feel you need more this uh, slowness, you can mention in the comment box. Okay, then again we have data type. Okay, left hand is left column is saying about data type, middle is default value and right one is default size. Default value means, let's say I have created a variable, but at the time of creation of the variable I haven't mentioned any data or value to it, so the default value will be 0, and the size it will be taking to capture that value for the data type is mentioned in the right hand column. So integer has four categories or four types. One is byte, short, int, long. Okay, byte, short, int, long all store 0 by default, and the default size is 1 byte, 2 byte, 4 byte, 8 byte respectively. Okay, then floating point has two different type. One is float, one other is double. Okay, both for both the cases default value is 0 and their size is 4 byte and 8 byte respectively. Okay, now boolean means either true or false, right? It's a one type, right? So it takes only one bit, correct? Now character, what is character? Character is char, so basically it represents the Unicode system, right? So that is the lowest value for this. So and it takes 2 byte size to get stored in the memory. Okay, now let's discuss what is access modifier. Access modifier is the keyword which defines the scope or accessibility of a method, variable or class. Means you need to define the keyword through which you can control the accessibility of that member. Clear? Now let's see how many types of access modifier are there in Java. There are four different categories of or different types of access modifier that exist in Java. One is private, one is default, one is protected, and another one is public. So let's say what is private. Private is access modifier when, let's say, there is a variable called I. If don't want to uh, I don't want that I to be accessed outside the class, then I will create I as a private. Private means if something is created with access modifier private, that cannot be accessed outside the class. Let's see how we can define it. Let's see, we can create a class called access. Okay, just the spelling, okay, just bear with me, spelling is not good. Okay, so let's say I'm creating a variable with private keyword. Okay, this is how I need to define a private variable. If I need to define a private method, private, then return type method one, like this we can do that. But for now, let's say I'm creating a private variable. Okay, and so by creating private variable, I am stopping I to be accessed from outside the class of access. Okay, let's try to access it from another class. So I'm just giving some random name, try access. Okay, here I'm trying to call the I from the other class which we had written. So I'm writing a main method, and for accessing any variable, non-static variable, we need to create a object, right? So don't be worried, we'll discuss that, okay, further in the other videos. But for now is this one. So let's say I'm trying to print something, obj dot I. Okay, okay, obj dot I. So here let's see what happens. So here Java is giving a compile time error. The field access.i is not visible. That means if you declare it with private, it cannot be visible to others classes. So if I make it public, now the error should go off. Yes, the error has gone off and we can able to access it properly. You got it? So private, you got it private. And if I don't mention why at the time of creation of members, if I don't mention any access modifier, let's say private, protected or public, it is default by default. Okay. So, and the access or the scope of that member is within the package. So what is package? Package means this one, right? A package can have multiple classes. Okay. So if I create a variable here, let's say I'm creating a variable, default variable int I equal to um, 11. Okay, already have used it. So let's use j equal to 11. Okay. And I can access it within this because this is default, because I haven't mentioned anything. But if I try to access from here, let's see what it happens. Let's try to create another class. Try access. Okay, let's create again a main method, public static void main method is starting point of Java program. We'll see why. Okay, for now okay, where I have created access now. Okay, access a new access. Okay, sys out. I'm just trying to print the variable, but here what is error is showing that change visibility I to public means it is not accessible. If I make it public, then I should be able to access it. Now see, error has gone off. Yeah, I got it. So now what is protected? Protected means the variable or member or like method, whatever we declare with protected keyword as access modifier, that member is accessible throughout the package and in subclass. What is subclass concept? We will see in couple of more videos down the line, because it is a very important concept of OOPS called inheritance. Okay, means try to understand in such a way, if a member is having protected keyword, that can be accessed within the package, and any class that is inheriting that present class of which the member is in. Okay. And what about public? Public means it's accessible everywhere. Okay, throughout the system, throughout the your project basically. Okay, now from left to right, you can, if you look at properly, the access modifier or the scope is getting increased. First on the left hand side within the class, that is private, then again within the package, that is more than class but less within the package, and again protected package plus subclasses. Okay, if it has a parent child mechanism, what is that, we'll discuss later. And for public, it is everywhere. Okay, so here accessibility gets increased. Okay, that's all from this section. Okay, if you do like my video, please share, like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, comments and suggestions, please put them in the comment box. I'll be happy to help. Thank you and have a nice day.